Hello Year 10. Today we're going to continue on the poetry with creating some more revision tools, i.e. completing the flashcards that you started yesterday. But before we start that, make a list of all the poems that deal with loss, and you can use that grid. We need to get used to using that until we've memorised it. So I don't mind you using the grid, but all the poems that deal with loss. And here they are: Broken Appointment, Fin de Fate, and Arundel Tomb, that should say, Love After Love, Morning Song, Long Distance 2, and In Paris With You. Our learning objective today is to find some quotes and write them on our theme cards. So the title is Finding Theme-Based Quotes, but you don't really need to put that in your books. You'll see from the next slide that this is just working with your flashcards and so on. Okay, as I've already said, we're going to continue with our creation of revision materials for the poetry. So you might want to stop the when I've finished talking, that is, stop the presentation here, and because this is the slide you're going to be working from. In the last lesson, you created flashcards with the name of the poem on the front and the themes that it covered on the back. Today, you're going to look back over your notes and find a quote that supports each of the themes that each poem shows. So what you'll end up with is a card with the name of the poem on one side, and then the themes that it covers on the back with a quote to support each theme. Okay, that's where we're headed. So for example, I wouldn't thank you for a Valentine. I have to change that. I wouldn't thank you for a Valentine covers the themes of desire and confrontation. You can see that from the grid. Desire, I wouldn't thank you. I'd melt. I'd melt, meaning the person really desired them. That's a quote from there. And the actual title is quite confrontational in this one. I wouldn't thank you for a Valentine. That's confrontational. So again, your task is to find us a quote that supports each of the themes in the way I've shown, and then write them on your flashcard. And that's what you've got to do for today. And then take a photograph of them and upload them onto class charts for me to have a look at. So you're great at making cards. I remember having a couple of lessons doing that with you guys. So crack on. Any problems you've got, just drop me an email on the usual address, nhoughton@wokinghigh.surrey.sch.uk. You know that, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Thank you, Year 10.